Good day, everyone, and welcome. Before we start, we have a disclosure. Please be aware of risk in the future trading. All our videos for educational, personal only. We're not your financial advisor, so whatever you do, it is at your own risk. Today, I started a little bit uh, late, and I saw the ES to the three sell position and the Nasdaq to the three buy position. So when you see these cases, especially our traders, you have to be aware of the volatility in the market, and that is when I looked at. Now I just started the auto trade, and when I looked at the Nasdaq, when you see too many lines before, below, or above, do not trade. We should trade below the lines or above the lines. When the market is between many lines, you should not auto trade it. It's irrelevant what kind of auto trade you have. Most likely, your auto trade is based on um, um, some kind of normal indicators, ATRs, momentum, MACDs, RSI, and all this nonsense. So no matter how you tweak it, it's the same principle auto trade you are using. So this is a very contradiction with the direction of the market. So this you're going to fall into a trap in the market. If I have an option between the Nasdaq and the ES, if we look at the ES is in much better condition than the Nasdaq. The Nasdaq is bumping to a lot of support and a resistance. It's getting stuck in those middle. There is no trade in the Nasdaq. Even if you have an auto trade making a couple dollars, actually there is no direction uh, in the Nasdaq. However, if you are really wanted to auto trade right now, the gold is doing extremely well. The gold is trending. I don't have the chart for the gold, but let me open one. It is doing very well, the gold. And let me open one for the gold. Now we are going to another sell signal on the ES and the Nasdaq sell signal coming very soon, and they are both going in the same direction. And this is where we start taking or you activate your auto trade. Once we cross this double support, we have a sell order on the on the ES, and once the Nasdaq across the 25,032, you have a short in there as well. Actually, right now the gold got caught between those lines. But if we look at the gold, it's 42.72, and the buyers right now are equal to the sellers, but all the momentum, the strength is to the upper side. As a matter of time, will hit the target from the market analyzer, but you have uh, target to 42.90 for this morning, so probably you will achieve this on the gold. But right now we go back to concentrate on the CL. There is a dead meat here. If you want to take a CL, you need to take a short below the 57.81, below the 57.81 short, that's for sure. And here we are waiting on the market analyzer. On the top is buy and the ES is sell. That is not acceptable. They're both, as we claimed before, have to go on the same direction. If they do not go on the same direction, you're gonna bump in, and especially if you don't have the eye as a trader, you're gonna lose substantially a large amount of money. And if you are on those companies, you are using their money. I don't want to go through details about that. Then you're gonna be out of the game. So be careful. Now the CL is fixing to drop. The Nasdaq is not going anywhere, and the ES yet we don't have a clear signal. So stand by, and we will find a direction for the market. For the This is a breakout for the gold, and this is you can take it from here all the way to the 4290.9. It's all in the clear to that location, and we keep monitor the gold for you and let you know if this is something for you or not. Of course, you can trade uh, the the micro gold if you want to. We just waiting. This is the entry we call the gold for you from that number, and here it is. And on the CL, we told you to go short from those numbers. The YM is doing extremely well as well, but there is no NASDAQ so far. I don't want to call the NASDAQ. The YM start taking a trade. It's going in the right direction. But those two bozos here, the ES and the NASDAQ, it's just bad news. We still need to see the NASDAQ crossing below that 25,034. For the auto trade on the gold, we are really taking off on the 2 minutes. The gold is doing extremely well with auto trading. Doesn't matter what kind of auto trade you have, the gold is doing very well. You know, also the YM is been doing a good performance. I have one strategy on the Nasdaq, almost tripled the amount for the last 2 months, 3 months on the trend bar. But the YM has been consistent on a daily basis as well. You know, the Nasdaq sometimes you will have a bad day. For the last 2 days, I have some friends. They are trading the Bitcoin. Uh, they've been really struggling with the Bitcoin and the Ethereum because it's like 1 minute is up and 1 minute is down, and they've been using stop loss, and they've been burned heavily. Ten thousands of dollars they have lost. So the future is still the best to predict. Okay, now we are going down. Let's see if we are going to have a sell signal on the Nasdaq, which we should have a sell signal. The minute across this last bar, we are done, and we have a sell signal, and they are both going in the same direction. So now the market now is in sequence, and once the market, the Nasdaq ES, are in sequence, that means you have a winning trade. Remember that. You don't need to be a brilliant trader when you get up in the morning, but when you see the market analyzer going into both of direction, that means one of them has to go to the other. So you should not start auto trading until you see the ES and Nasdaq and the YM on RR. They are all on the same direction. The three signal has to be on the same direction before you can auto trade. Trust me. If they are not on the same direction, that means they are volatility. And when you're auto trade taking a trade and the market pull back, you're gonna be stopped out constantly. So this is not a brilliant way to trade. So here it is. Now we have a short on the Nasdaq, and you're gonna see the signal soon. And that's it. Both short on the ES and Nasdaq. Short, short, short. This is the same thing happened today. I have a friend of mine. He was trading the Bitcoin, and he have a position long, and he lost $12,000. He overmerged himself, and if you look at the Bitcoin 1 hour or 15 minutes, immediately dropped from 110 or something like this to 108 and come right back. He just stopped him out from the tail, and then he lost 12,000. He's in a really bad mood. And I told him not to use a stop loss when you are trading Bitcoin or, you know, uh, Ethereum. Don't use a stop loss. You're going to be stopped out because it has no technical analysis on Forex. You have to use 240 minutes. On a Bitcoin, Ethereum, you need to use, I personally use daily chart. So when you use a daily chart, you cannot use a stop loss. You just need to find the key, and then you stick to those keys. And right now, a little pullback, that's okay. The sellers over the buyers on both of direction, and from 1 to 30 minutes, all in red. We have a little green in here, that's okay. It's gonna, you have a re-entry on 25,062, and then the Nasdaq is going down. There is no worries about it, so we're doing fine. The market is going down, no big deal. Now we only have one green. The Nasdaq is getting stronger to the short side. This is the re-entry on the Nasdaq. There is a lot of resistance on the Nasdaq. We have 1, 2, 3, and 4. The only time you can go long on the Nasdaq if the Nasdaq able to break those 4 resistance. Only if there is some news. It was some news at 10 o'clock. I don't know if this affected the market or not, but you have a lot of resistance on your back. So go forward with the short. There's no way this Nasdaq able to break those all the resistance. Look like he's doing it. Don't get excited with the long. There is no long. It's gonna drop. It's going to drop. Don't go long on the Nasdaq. Don't. Don't let it fool you. Or don't allow your auto trade to go long at this moment. Just dropping back. Be careful with the Nasdaq. Don't get excited with it. There is no trade on the Nasdaq anymore. No trade on the Nasdaq. They're playing us. There is no trade. I still um, don't take long trade right now on the Nasdaq. Be careful. Look, it's still weak. If we look here, the sellers are even or a little bit the seller over the buyers, and now start getting stronger, but there is a lot of red. Don't fall into this trap. It's not been confirmed, the movement on this Nasdaq. It seems like he got out of this turbulence here, but I'm concerned it's not strong trend. So be careful if you want to take a long trade on the Nasdaq. I wouldn't. I will stay out for now. Don't take a trade until you see everything in the green and the buyers over the sellers with the 6 different time frame. Don't fall into those traps. You see, I told you. They got everybody excited for the long trade, and look what happened. They just dropped everyone and put everyone out of a long trade, whether you are auto trading or not. Here's the trap right there in front of you. A minute ago, you said, "What a fool." You know, my auto trade is going long, and Sam saying, "Don't take long." Now you see who's the fool, me or you. You don't trust the market. You stake to your keys, you don't get excited. This is one place you cannot get excited. And down the hill. You have a double support. You have a double and a double support on the ES. Wish you good luck to break those two. There is no trades. Be careful. ES Nasdaq, there is no trades. The CL is eating banana again today. And we're sitting on standby, guys. There is nothing we can do. This YM trend is over. Close. The only thing working right now is the gold. And here is your morning target. We call the trade for you here. And the target is right there, 4290.4 for the gold. We called it early today for you. So the only thing working is the gold. The Nasdaq is not going anywhere at the moment. And the ES is not going anywhere at this moment. from the beginning when we said the market analyzer on the ES, there is a new signal on the DAX, but it's a weak signal. There is only one signal. There is no three. Uh, from the morning, I told you there is confliction between the ES direction and the Nasdaq, and you should not turn on your auto trade. And look what happened. There is nothing going on. There is nothing going on. Even the scalpers are not doing very well. Some of them doing okay. Some of them. This is the scalper on 5 minutes. Is based on one contract. He lost 250. It's based on one contract. Now on the last trade, he made 762, but he had losses 250. So there is around 500 in the clean. And I have one on the Nasdaq, but took that trade earlier. And I want to show you, we should not look at the 1,800 here. You can see when from 10 o'clock, he had one losing trade and two losing trade. So when I said you should not trade at 10 o'clock, when I said when there is confliction between ES and NASDAQ, the results are here, is struggling auto trade, and now finally start picking up and recover all the losses. So sometimes this is what I said about the stop losses. When somebody using 15 minutes or 30 minutes, there is one company is doing this, selling systems. You need to put the ES and NASDAQ on. When you are using 15 minutes and 30 minutes, they forgot to say the stop loss. What is your stop loss on a NASDAQ and an ES if you are trading 15 minutes and 30 minutes? Is your lifetime saving goes to a couple of stop loss. You should not do this. Finally, the market going on the same directions. It's not over yet, but it's going on the same direction right now. They finally find a pattern to go on the same direction. They tried to go on the same direction to the short side. They couldn't. So now we are trying to see if we can tangle with 25,143. And we want to see if this ES able to go on the same direction as the NASDAQ before you can start auto trading. Welcome to trading. Now we are going on the same direction. We have this resistance on the NASDAQ. Hopefully we cross it. The buyers over the sellers, they are buyers on the ES jumping right now, and the buyers over the sellers, the buyer over the sellers. So now we have one direction on the ES and NASDAQ. Always remember that. Always remember that. We still have the last resistance to break on the Nasdaq. It's right there, 25,146, and then taking off long. We still need to cross the 25,146. Okay, 111. Finally, the Nasdaq about to break. Very good. You have an institutional number right there, 25,169.50. The ES is way up here, 6,764. Okay, they're both on a long right now. They're both going the right direction. You keep any auto trade long, 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 you should be okay. We're gonna hit the first institutional number, profit taken on 25,168. There is a new signal buy on the ES. Excellent. And the auto trade took that trade on the ES from the market analyzer and is already up. And now here is the trade from the market analyzer signal. And now we are the trades, the signals, the trade from the market analyzer, you cannot optimize it. You keep it as is. There is nothing you can do. You just turn it on and off. Don't need a lot of tweak. And then, of course, you can use a different time frame, but this is it. You cannot optimize the market analyzer. Some of the system, if you optimize it, you will ruin it. And so this one is based on a total different strategy. It's not based on one indicator. There are many different coded. You cannot optimize it. And actually, we've been working this morning on a new one, very advanced system, but it's not ready for sending it out yet. It's gonna take a long time. So we have a lot of projects right now we are doing, and we're gonna hit it all in once. Okay, so now we have a new signal on the YM, and so we have, look at this beauty, buy on YM, buy on the NASDAQ, and buy on the ES. And when you see this, your auto trade, you leave the auto trade taken long, no short. On the pullback, you are in a secure. Here now, as we said, was a profit taken, an institutional number, and now we are climbing. And it's not gonna happen at 12 o'clock, at 11 o'clock. You never know, but this is surprising because there is a triple resistance below the institutional target. Anything can happen in this market, so we'll see if the Nasdaq able to break those. But we have a long, and we have the now the YM took a long trade, and it's right there on the swing trading, and it's gonna climb to the 25,208, and now we want to retest it. If you notice how the Nasdaq stopped on the institutional number right there, taking a profit, and sometimes pulled back to the 25,100, but today it just stopped, profit taken. There are strong momentum, the buyers over the seller, all the indication are on full throttle, and it's going to tangle with the 25,201. It's gonna try to test if he can able to break it. If he is, the second target at 11 o'clock, now is 10:45. The second target, 25,232. This is as far as you can go for the morning session on the Nasdaq, and it is finished. And then after that, you go for a nice lunch, and then you come back in the afternoon if you still have a stomach for it. That's it. This is number one target is a profit taking. Don't let it scare you if it's pulling back. Have to retest the support area and the 25,105. So don't let it scare you. And you don't have a short. Do not allow your auto trade to take short. This is a re-entry on the ES. The re-entry is 67.35, 67.36, and this one here is retested. Used to be double resistant, now is a double support. So this pullback should not let you, should not scare you. It's just a pullback to confirm. And well, Adil, you did very well. You're doing very well. 18,000 on the Nasdaq, yes. And you hit the target. Yes, you hit exactly the Nasdaq exactly. You should have took a profit off from the target one, Adil. You have $18,000. You could have took a profit from here, at least half of it, and then here is the re-entry again, 2509, 109. When you hit the target, always the institutional, it came right at your institutional. You have a heavy load, and then what you do, you cash half of it on the target, one or maybe quarter of it here, and then you try to go to the second. You're killing it. That's good. How long you been with us? You changed from 0 to 100. How long you been with us, Adil? Has not been a year, has it? 10 months. Okay, well, almost a year. Jesus, time goes fast. Yeah, but I've been noticing the last 2 months you've been going from 0 to 100, practically zero when you first started. Every time I have a new customer, I say, "Oh God, God help me, God help me." You have to babysit for a long time before you can see this trader become a profitable sometimes. Some they can take off immediately, you know. You see why you should have took half of it here? You have $18,000 in profit. You should have took some of it here. And this is the re-entry. And this is the re-entry. Tremendous support. Do not allow yourself to take any short on the ES. Tremendous support. Don't even fuzzle with it. And this one here is a re-entry, and then you are supported by double support area here. Don't even think about going short. In order for us to go with the short on the Nasdaq, we have to go below the 25,058, and on the ES at least you have to be below the 6722 at least. And look what happened. The market is coming right from here, as we said, and look what happened. We called those two trades and they came in right to the tick, right to the tick. So you're not gonna get away with a couple $100 system. He probably don't know how to trade the paperback. He just want the $200 for a cheap app. Folks, that's all what we have for you today. We wish you the best, and we'll see you another day. Bye for now.